It is the Border Zone 1494 2AY. Let's check in with Wodonga TAFE as we do every second Tuesday afternoon to hopefully get you on the road. And every pun intended with that, we're getting you on the road to the right career, because this week Trevor Crisp, who's part of the Wodonga TAFE Motorsports team, he's with us this afternoon. G'day Trevor, how are you?
Very well, thank you, Thomo. Yourself?
Yeah, great to meet you. And it's an exciting time in motorsports at the moment as well, leading into the last round of V8 Supercars at a new location in Newcastle this weekend.
That's it. We'll see after the weekend what happens there, but everyone's looking forward to it. The road course, always plenty of action, so it should be a good weekend up there.
And being a road course as well and a new circuit, I imagine there'll be a few dingles happening up there at Newcastle. So that's where our fully qualified trained technicians and mechanics come in.
That's it. So there's always a job for them, especially at road courses. Always a lot to do after hours, so it should be a good weekend for them.
And we speak about the V8 Supercars and linking it in so seamlessly into what's being taught at Wodonga TAFE because of the links with industry.
Yes, we have a lot of links, especially with our local team, Brad Jones Racing. They are absolutely fantastic. They take a lot of our students every year on work placement, so do a lot of other V8 teams, and a lot of different other categories which we'll go into later.
Rightio. So this is through the Wodonga TAFE Logic Centre, Motorsports Training Australia. Tell me more about the course itself.
So what we do, we're down at Logic. We offer a 2-year course. So in the first year, we do a Cert 3 in motorsport and a Cert 2 in engineering production technology. So they do all the auto units out of the mainstream automotive package, plus they do the motorsport units. They do machining, or manual machining,
Yep.
CNC machining, fabrication, welding and composites. So they're there 4 to 5 days a week. It is a huge course for them.
And you're really getting to grips with what's really the nuts and bolts, the ins and outs of these high-powered machines.
Exactly. So it teaches you a very good grounding and understanding of how these vehicles work, how to tune them, how to prepare them, and keep them going.
Now, because motorsport racing in Australia, all over the world, has changed from back in the day where we saw the old, the Bathurst 500 races and such things, where we really were watching something that was fairly stock standard from the showroom out there on the racetrack. The machines these days are vastly different from those that we're driving every day.
They most certainly are. They are engineered race cars, not a car built to race. Very quick, high dollar, very, very nice machines.
And of course, with that, safety's come a long way in those regards as well.
It most certainly has. They're probably one of the biggest changes is safety, as you've seen with the BJR accident down at Sandown.
Yep.
It was a horrendous accident, walked away.
Yeah.
Some of the accidents are having very, very big accidents and just walking away. So that is absolutely fantastic for the drivers and the crew.
Yeah, absolutely. And it must be changing with the technology, the safety standards in the cars as well, changing all the time. So I can imagine that the mechanics are needing to continually update their skills as well.
They most certainly are. And also the types of materials that they're using, the carbon, composites,
Yep.
all that sort of stuff. So that is coming online to make everything safer, easier for the people working on it, and safe for the people driving.
We talk about the links to industry as well. That's the great thing for people, and I don't think it would matter at what age that they're looking to maybe try their hands at this course, because not only are there links to industry, there's a lot of success when it comes to the students coming through the course as well.
There most certainly is. So we have a lot of work, or a huge work placement program where the students go out, they do work placement. So that's from V8 Supercars, Super 2s, the Kumo series, the Super Ute, V8 Utes, production cars, touring cars and historics. So when those students go out there, we send them out on work placement. The employer or the host employer will pay for all their fuel, accommodation while they're there, and their food. So it is an absolutely fantastic opportunity to get them hands-on racing.
How long have you been involved in the industry, Trevor?
Around 10 years with Motorsports Training Australia and probably 25 years of racing.
So what keeps you going in the industry and keeping a hand in?
I love the sport. I love where it's going. All sorts of racing. Very interested in the cars. It doesn't matter what type. Yeah, it is really good. I like to see the young people coming through where they end up, where they start out, to usually where they end up is completely different.
Yep.
So it is fantastic to see them to where they can end up and what they can do with their lives.
And is it age restrictive, like I said? Are we catering for those people who are starting out in their adult lives, leaving school, looking to ply a trade? Or maybe we're looking also at people later in life who are looking to change their career?
Exactly. So we have a lot straight out of school, which is very good. The ones out of school, we try to have them 18 years old minimum, or years of age minimum.
Yep.
Only because then we are not their legal guardians.
Yep.
So it's a lot easier to get them onto work placement. But then the oldest we had is 52 years of age.
Rightio.
And he ended up getting employment, full-time employment. So it's all ages. All you need is a very, very good passion for motorsport or the automotive industry, and we are it.
Rightio. So if people have been sitting on the couch over the last few weekends, watching things like Bathurst, which I spent vast majority of that weekend in October,
Yes,
watching the cars around Mount Panorama, and for those watching on the TV for Newcastle this weekend and the other motorsport categories that are of course very strong in Australia, and they've got that little piece of desire there. How do we find out more about being involved with Motorsport Training Australia?
so you can jump on our website. On the Wodonga TAFE website, go to the Motorsport website. This course is absolutely fantastic. To where you can end up, end up machining, fabrication, all sorts of places. We've had some that go overseas. A lot of our ex-students are in V8 supercars, doesn't matter what the age, as long as they've got a passion for motorsport or the automotive industry. From this course, a lot of our students will also go back into mainstream automotive.
Yep.
And do the racing on the weekends.
Rightio.
So there is a lot of different avenues that they can go. If anyone's out there, they are interested in the motorsports or automotive, give us a call.
Absolutely. Like I say, the pathway is almost endless there, and every pun intended, like I said at the start, it could be a road to a dream career. And for Wodonga TAFE Motorsports teacher, Trevor Crisp, thanks so much for calling in and seeing us here at 2AY today.
Thank you very much for having us, Thomo.